5 years, I've been a witness to amalgamation. Housemates have a demon coursing through their veins. Something quiet, something violent. It whispered into our ears our worst appeal. The spirit's explanation was a muttering of repetition over years, things my dad or his dad laid victim to before I was even here. You can't tell me the future just because you've read about ancestry, just because you've read about yesterday. So I went and traveled to the nostalgic. I must have been missing some piece. Went to watch the adaptation, something I loved as a kid. I know times change, but damn, memories decay because this was a bastardization. Some higher being must have been at play. Surely a deal with a devil led us astray. I just couldn't clearly perceive the reasoning. So I went deep diving into reading, turned a page, and well, ran away. The antagonist was an old friend. I needed saving, some kind of rewriting. I was trying to make do, fixing the draft piece, replay the route for alternative cutscenes, but when the plot twisted the same, I was dumbfounded. The blame was on me, bad connections, red-handed, that's the accomplice, clown stance waiting for the crowd's laughter. I was mixing up stories, but you can't mix up reality. It's just perspective that matters. What I thought were mistakes or some kind of act, things they really wanted, waypoints on a map, they commit to their parts, and damn, that includes me. When the scene was over, I was hoping you'd drop the trope. Playing dumb was my title, the big dope. The outcome was laid out, it wasn't even intricate. I had to accept that the subtext that I was dodging was obvious. The beast shadow, constants in the corridor, its figure familiar. I knew the source, but I couldn't say its name. The offer looked me in my eyes. You knew the truth, reread the same book, even came from the same root. It's not subjective anymore. In the start, you get the hook. That's Writer's 101, but you went so off the road, all points blurred, stomped into dirt, left the hints lurking in the darkness, let myself become complicit, like I could pretend I was a victim, like I'm really that better. I used to say I was on the right side of the matter. I waged war, took part in scenes of the battle, took pride in being the support, then the actors hooked off the stage staggered. I lost the action to counter. You think that's an excuse for compliance? You think you can just blend into the audience? I should have fought harder to remain a participant. No amount of distance stops me from being a part of it. No more time to be shy. I'm willing to let the worst happen. So I don't believe I'm to be trusted. Convinced that maybe self-containment mitigates crowd damage. That was, after all, my family's language. So when cops came asking about the sequence, no one can describe how much was ravaged. A monster doesn't tell you its secrets. Even now, it's not in me to pronounce the sentence. Just dance around stupid rhymes like I'm so wise. I am, after all, a man of habit. Ants in the house and they outnumber me. It's an infestation and boy are they winning. I left home and still they crawl over my belongings. No matter how far I go, I can't ever leave. It calls for my return, that save station, my home. Brain broken, cognition hazy. Trying to make sense, but I think I've lost it. I know I've become the unreliable narrator. No more mistakes, no more making foolish decisions, no more remaining complacent, but how do I stop this from happening? That devil needs exercising. I knew I was a vessel, just didn't understand the matter of potential. Sole meaning of life now is to make things better. Someday, you'll be able to look back at it with clear eyes. Once you have distance, and once you've done the work to heal, you'll look at it from two different timelines, something that feels like a lifetime ago, another that happened yesterday. You'll understand that not all bad things in your life are in your control. All you can be responsible for is your will to pick up the pieces and put yourself together. And someday you'll learn that eventually everything will be better. But today, I feels like I've learned nothing.